Hi, Amanda Heath, Thriving Artist Business School. So today we're going to talk about defining your style as an artist. Now, isn't this something we all get hung up over? And we spend years, months, years trying to chase that elusive kind of style, the one that defines us as an artist. And we can get really hung up on that and caught in perfectionism. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about this subject today. And first of all, I'm going to start by saying what having a style isn't, okay? Because I think this certainly confused me in the beginning, so I'm assuming it confuses other people. I thought that having your own well-defined, easily identifiable style was about painting the same subject in similar mediums forever. So if you're a seascape artist and you worked in acrylic, that's what you did. Or if you were a watercolour artist and you painted florals, that's what you did forever. Now, I don't know about you, but that just makes me want to yawn because it doesn't inspire me. It doesn't pique curiosity. And I think most of us as creatives we love the exploration. We love trying new things. We like the uncertainty of, happy accidents and what happens if I do this or that. So the idea of having to just do the same thing forever is just not appealing. And the good news is you don't have to do that because it's not about that, as I said. It is more about having a common thread that ties your work together. Now, that might be your use of unusual colour combinations. You might put really unusual colours together and that's what you're known for. It might be the way you make marks. It may be the way you approach a subject, your viewpoint on it. It might also be your process, and process is heavily involved in your style because we all have a way of working, and that way of working influences the end result. Now, on top of this, our style, is influenced by our why, the way we view the world as an artist and what we're passionate about. And what I mean by that is, let's use the example of seascapes. If artist A, the first artist, if their why is about shapes and graphic and form, then their seascape is going to look very, very different to, say, artist B, who is all about energy, because their seascapes would be very expressive and full of movement, where the graphic one, who's interested in form, is going to have block shapes, and again, it's going to be quite graphic as opposed to expressive and fluid and full of movement. So you can see they've still painted the same topic, seascapes, but because they came at it from their point of passion, one was energy and expression and movement, and the other one was form and shapes and more graphic kind of perspective, they're going to look really different. And no matter whether they painted seascapes or the human form or even a still life, they're going to approach it from that angle. So the expressive artist is going to approach a human form, and it's going to look very, very different to the one that is just about form, about shapes and how they intertwine together. And the same for still lifes. So when we are thinking about style, like I said, don't get hung up on the medium necessarily. Don't get hung up on the subject, but just have a look at what it is, that common thread that pulls all of your work together. Now, a good idea is to get a lot of your work out, have a look at it, place it all out on the floor or in the studio, wherever you are, and just have a look, see if you can identify any common threads. And also have a look at other artists and just make a note of what you like about their work. What is it you're drawn to? Is it how organic they are in terms of their mark making? Is it the fact that they, use bold shapes and minimalist design? What is it? Get really clear about what pulls you in. And that will give you an indication of your style and the way you like to work. But as I said, process is a big part of it as well. So the things that are going to influence your style, as I said, are the way you work, your process, the way you kind of look at the world. What are you passionate about? What's your why? What impact do you want to have, and what do you want to make people feel? What inspires you? And then, as I said, it'll be the influence from other artists as well that you look at, and what is it you like about their work? What is it that you want to bring more of into your own work as well? So spend a little bit of time kind of looking into that, stepping back with a really fresh set of eyes on your work, and that will help you identify what makes you unique. But don't feel like you have to have it all figured out and all boxed off in order to progress. It literally just happens from showing up in the studio, doing the work, progressing, and it evolves naturally. And also it can change as well over time. It's not to say that we have a particular defined style and it's going to stay like that for the next 30 years. You know, we're going to blend and we're going to be influenced by things, and we're going to grow as artists, and it will morph into slightly different things. But if we're always true to our why and what it is that deep down inspires us and what we're fascinated by, it is generally always going to have that coherent look. So just to recap, it's not about style, it's not about it's not about medium or subject, it's that commonality that ties our work together. Now I'm going to create a little guide soon, so let me know in the comments below if you would like that guide on how to develop and identify your style as an artist. And if that was of interest to you and you'd like to know more, I have a free masterclass on the 4 key ingredients to a successful art business, and we do touch on style as an artist as well, and how that can be a common kind of hang up or mistake for a lot of artists in terms of them progressing forwards. So I hope you enjoyed this. Do let me know if you have any comments below, and I will see you in the next video.